Inside cradle, count of 2, he did it! He did it! Kody Lane is the alpha male! He's done it!
Kody, congratulations!
Thank you, Bryce.
The alpha male title all these years, you finally got it!
Finally.
Brett, congratulations on beating Matt Cardona, man, the biggest match of your career!
He tapped out! He tapped out!
DMD. How did he beat me? Because it was a screw job! Wherever we are in Canada, screw job! This is BS. I was guaranteed an easy local handpicked squash match.
So Kody, January 18th, you gotta put the belt on the line. You earned it beating Cardona. You've got the goal. Fight for survival. You guys finally get the chance to settle a score, but it does mean you two have to go against one another at gold on the line.
You all saw it. The final act. The rabbit gets pulled out of the hat. World Class has another trick up his sleeve. This is a part of something larger, a grander scheme. Sam Holloway has already brought home gold. Now it's World Class's turn.
I did.
Did you see what happened in there?
I saw it.
Every time this dude cheats and cheats and cheats and cheats, and nothing gets done.
Well, I understand. The problem is that you actually won the match. You have a challenger for January, Bryce Hansen. He got the win in the opener tonight.
I want Channing. Channing Thomas, you will never forget November 2nd. I promise you that. Just like that.
The boys are still buzzing. Swipe Right is still undefeated here at Alpha-1, but we realized something. First time we were here, we go up against 2 tag teams. Now we have to defend against 3 tag teams.
All right, we are great, hard-working defending champions. I think we've kind of earned the right to call our own shots. So next time we're here, can we get maybe a normal 2v2 tag match? That'd be sick, don't you think?
I came to Alpha-1 to get noticed. And you know what? I did exactly that. Laynie Luck is the best in North America because people are talking. People who've been somewhere, lived the dream, and they've come back, and you know what? They want what I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Knights of Columbus.
Introducing first, making his way to the ring, accompanied by Sam Holloway, on loan from the Dallas Wrestling Office, weighing in at 222 pounds, world class,
Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This is Alpha-1 Wrestling Laws of the Jungle, our first show of 2026. I am Kevin Caligari on the call, and what a match we have kicking things off. Channing Thomas going one-on-one with Brandon Cutler. 2 men that are trying to move up the rankings, get themselves into championship contention. And of course, the X Factor here tonight could be Sam Holloway. At the back of Channing Thomas, the Outer Limits champion. That's a big insurance policy if I've ever seen it.
Welcome! You're welcome!
introducing next, his opponent.
Message to social media. Cutler said, as a dragon, dragons do not have homes. Dragons have lairs. They enter areas, they take them over, and they make it theirs. That is Cutler's mission here at Alpha-1. The first step to that is getting through Channing Thomas. Two athletes that have become mainstays here at Alpha-1. What an ovation for Cutler. Become a fan favorite here in recent months. There's our referee in this match making their in-ring debut as an official. official, Gina here. We have a tall task in front of her, that's for sure.
You are everything that's wrong with Alpha-1 Wrestling. I can't
Channing Thomas showing us exactly how he feels about his opponent here tonight. Someone who feels...
You people love world class! Yes, we do!
Feels people like Cutler are an absolute cancer in this world of wrestling. Lock up center of the ring here. Cutler taking control early on of that arm. World Class gonna have to do something quick here, trying to get to those ropes. That top wrist lock is locked in. Oh, rolling to the other side now. And the situation has been reversed. World Class here. Great athleticism on display from Cutler, and now right back where we started. Put a little extra spice on that. The argument could be made Thomas is the more powerful of the two. Focusing on that arm could reduce the strength advantage.
Right here,
Shot right to the kidneys there, and now a side headlock from World Class. As I said earlier, a former outer limits champion, the title currently held by Sam Holloway at ringside. We've heard talk of Channing Thomas's master plan, and step one is a victory here over Cutler. But Cutler's not making it easy. Ducks the line, up into a Hurricane Rana, and this sold-out capacity crowd has come alive. The Dragon landing on the apron, back in, beautiful, belly to belly. Back elbow there, doesn't quite get all of it. Her waist lock into the ropes, holds on, creating that separation. To the outside goes Cutler, springboard, not enough with the crossbody. Kick out from World Class here. It's just our opening contest here, ladies and gentlemen. As we said earlier, a sold-out crowd, standing room only. We actually had to turn people away at the door. Off the ropes once again, momentum in his favor, and Thomas turns it against Cutler. Neck first into that top rope. Taken off the head of the Dragon. He's not a Hydra, he's not going to grow two more. Kick out from Cutler. Thomas fighting his style of match, trying to slow down the pace, make sure Cutler can't get any momentum on his side. Lateral press. Kick out. Big mistake from Thomas there. Ego seems to be his biggest weakness. Cutler taking advantage. Second rope. Spins it around into that gut kick. DDT! Spiked into the center of that mat. Hooks the outside leg. Kick out from Cutler. Gonna have to do more than that to slay the Dragon. Sharp elbow right to the back of the head. Cutler, though, just absorbing it. Feeding off the energy, feeding off the pain. Now returning the favor. Each man firing on the other. Thomas with the neck breaker. Hooks the outside leg. Not enough for the win just yet. And this is the moment where Thomas starts to show that frustration, that ego starts to get at him. And if Cutler can keep his cool, he's one step closer to making Alpha-1 his Dragon's Lair. Of course, we can't forget about Holloway at ringside, the near 300-pound insurance policy of Thomas. Cutler has found some breathing room. A couple of kicks to the side, and another. Doesn't quite get the frame. Frankensteiner into that single leg crab. The straight shooter is locked in. A maneuver made famous by Lance Storm. You can see all the pain on the face of Cutler. If his beard was just a little longer, he could probably get to the rope with that. Just that split second is all Cutler needed. He's quick on his feet and a quick recovery. Very much a back and forth match. Neither man in control for too long. But now that dragon is about to fly. Tope! Kody Lane! Referee Gina checking on both participants. They took a hard landing to that floor. No padding on the outside, ladies and gentlemen.
Are they dead?
A hush falling over the crowd as we wait to see the state of our combatants in our opening matchup. Referee Gina administering the count at this point. Cutler the first one in. Thomas following suit. Takes him up, trying to go for that pile driver. One of the most devastating moves in wrestling. Oh, and you can see it on the back of Cutler's head, that landing. That's going to knock him a little bit loopy for the rest of this matchup. Ooh, blockbuster from the top. Hook in the leg, Cutler, not enough. With that gash on the back of his head, Cutler could be working on borrowed time at this point. His equilibrium may be thrown off, his balance may not be what it was at the start of this. What is this? Holloway just out of the crowd. Distraction! Pile driver! That's gotta be it!
Here's your winner, Thomas!
Well, Thomas with a little bit of an assist from Holloway, throwing that fan into the ring, creating the distraction. Regardless of that, the pile driver is really what got the win here. Thomas continuing his grand plan. Wait, what is this? Oh no. No, you've done enough. No. Cutler, he's got a one-way trip to the hospital. At least it's free here in Canada.
You better get used to this sight. Learn to love it. Tonight was only step one for world-class Shannon Thomas. And step 3 is very important. But step 2 is right now when Sam Holloway makes an example out of the entire Alpha-1 locker room in this Outer Limits match. And I think that's just so sweet. I might need a front row seat at the commentary table for it.
I wasn't aware of, I guess, Channing Thomas joining me on commentary. Let me get the chair for you. Channing Thomas joining me on commentary, the former Outer Limits champion, but the current champion, still unloading on Brandon Cutler. I don't think I can disagree with that. An impressive specimen, absolutely. I can say I understand. I do asked, I was here last May. I actually had the chance to speak with him in the ring. I just got to say, it's a complete 180. I just got to know what kind of mentality are you passing on to him?
It's for the Outer Limits Championship. Introducing first, already in the ring, from Akron, Ohio, weighing 295 pounds, he's your Outer Limits Champion, Sam Holloway.
As the Outer Limits Champion, that is one of the hardest titles to hold on to. You would know from personal experience, one of the longest reigns in recent times.
Holloway is a freak, like I said before. There isn't a man in this locker room, in this roster, on this planet that can out-wrestle Sam Holloway.
As you go from Sam Holloway, the Outer Limits Champion, you go to someone who has been biting at the tip to try to get an opportunity at this goal, Johnny DELUCA, one of the top names in the local Hamilton region. Could this be his night?
To me, his name isn't Johnny DELUCA, it's victim number 1.
Well, Johnny's fast-paced, he's known for that evasive offense. I guess the question is, will Sam Holloway be able to get his hands on it?
The question isn't if, it's when, and how much danger he will be.
I understand. Clearly, I hit a nerve there. My apologies. I have heard a lot about Jimmy Townsend coming from Australia, from the top athletes in that region. And now bring in his unique form of professional wrestling here to Alpha-1 Wrestling at the Knights of Columbus.
Jimmy Townsend flew 24 hours on a plane around the world just to get mauled by Sam Holloway.
Well, former tag team champion alongside his dad, Dan, looking to become a singles champion for the first time here in Alpha-1 Wrestling. A very unique personality, wouldn't you say, champ?
It has been my disprivilege to share the ring with Ethan Bryce, and my privilege to watch him share a ring with Sam Holloway tonight.
His time, his motto is make them wait. And he's definitely making the people wait here tonight. What are your thoughts on Xavier Walker?
Xavier could be an exceptional talent one day, but tonight he is simply in Sam Holloway's way.
Well, arguably the only person in this match to rival the size and power of Sam Holloway. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole ring parts when these two come face to face. Favorite here at Hamilton, one of the youngest graduates of Rip Impact's Hamilton Pro Wrestling Academy. A man who has been here at Alpha-1 before, and now the next generation on display. And return here to Alpha-1, one of the most stylish men I think I've seen in that ring, John TAVIOUS. A unique blend of strength, speed, and tenacity. Alpha-1 debut, Shimbashi. A very enigmatic professional wrestler here. And he can become one of the very few people to win a championship in his debut. Help but notice you cringe a little bit as he walks through the curtain.
This guy's a pervert and I don't like to be around him.
This is a family show. I don't know if we can use terms like that, but
I'm just warning the families.
The love dog, there he is. One of the most, what's the word I'm looking for?
Disgusting.
I'm supposed to be impartial, but yeah, we'll go with that one for now. And of course, our referee in this match, Ken Kensington.
It doesn't matter if there was 30 more people in the ring. The person to be scared of is Sam Holloway.
And we're seeing it right here like Godzilla and King Kong facing off with Jimmy Townsend. That is a bad place for him to be. Okay, nope. This is going to be a mistake.
This is a gigantic mistake.
Okay.
That looked awesome.
That it did, and I think it's about to get more awesome here. Walker and Holloway. Townsend seemingly inserting himself into the equation here. Ducks the line, springboard, double cross body, but gets caught. Here comes Love Dog. 3 for the price of 1. That didn't seem too disgusting to me.
Now this is something you never see. Hardway is down. I taught him how to have some heart and resilience out there, so I think he'll recover just fine.
Hey, you were very much known for heart and resilience during your reign. Off the ropes goes Bryce, gets tripped up by Love Dog. Now everything here is on the outside. We're trying to follow the action here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a sold-out capacity crowd here. Sometimes it's hard to see over the fans.
11 competitors is hard to contain, but I have no doubt that Sam Holloway will contain everyone just like that.
Now currently in the ring, KAIDEN and Love Dog here. Goes behind, does Doug. Into the ropes, holds on for dear life. Okay, I kind of see what you said earlier. Luke goes in, gets taken out, lateral press from Doug, but not enough for the elimination. This is the back kick, side headlock applied. KAIDEN sending him into the ropes, slides behind, rear waist lock, trying to use that centrifugal force here. Oh! And there it is, Lovers line connects.
He has a big problem coming in his future. Some heartbreak, I think.
Well, he's just trying to enjoy his life while he still can, because it's about to be over. Takes some up. I think that might be the first time Sam's been given roses.
That's a psychological tactic employed by Love Dog to try and confuse Sam. Oh my God, that was amazing.
Well, I hope he's got dental benefits after a shot like that.
That was good.
Eliminated by knockout. Doesn't get more dominant than that. But now, Townsend and Walker to the outside, not eliminated.
Through the middle, it's got to be over the top rope.
Oh, Townsend taken up by Shimbashi. We got an airplane spin going on here.
I'm gonna throw up.
Drops him center of the ring, off the ropes. Beautiful, look at that hang time. in the leg to eliminate Townsend, and no.
Not going to be enough to put away Jimmy Townsend with an elbow drop, no matter how pretty it was.
Well, Jimmy didn't fly all the way across the world to come here and lose in this matchup, that's for sure. Shimbashi, an incredible athlete at this point. Those kicks absolutely lethal.
Trying to suplex him over the top rope.
Well, he's placing him there. Over here comes Bryce, the former tag team champion. Up.
Trying to suplex him over the top
Could be
rope.
a 2-for-1 special, almost taking out our cameraman at ringside there. KAIDEN gets stopped. We got 3 of our 4 corners.
If KAIDEN couldn't get him, Johnny DeLuca might.
Here comes Johnny right into that super kick. And Shimbashi's got something big going on here. Well, I hope you got your passport because we're going around the world. Straight from the Hamilton International Airport. And
Johnny DeLuca is eliminated.
That may be the case for now. Shimbashi gets caught, separated it with that boot. Ooh, right to the midsection. Double underhook into that middle turnbuckle. And thanks for coming. That's 2 eliminations for the champ. One by ref stoppage, one by pinfall. John wants a piece. KAIDEN. You gotta work together when you're against a guy that outsizes you like that. Sending the champ to the outside, but not enough for the elimination.
He just needs a little respite right now. He'll be fine. Trust me. Bigger fish to fry.
And the tallest man in this match, KAIDEN, sliding out of that choke slam. Elbow goes up. Springboard with that kick. Might be thinking tornado DDT. Beautiful boot. To that assisted DDT. KAIDEN and John working together, and not
for long. Every man for themselves.
Well, again, only one man can be champion here. Bryce. Back elbow to John. The man's so nice they had to name him twice. Lands on his feet. A rough landing could come into play later. Abilu! Thunder bomb!
He sent him through the mat on that one.
Not enough to get Bryce out of this. Here comes Walker.
Massive clothesline from Xavier Walker.
That man with hands so big he needs custom size gloves. Hooking the leg, and that choke slam's enough.
If there's any man Hardway should be weary of, it's Xavier Walker.
Well, but Xavier Walker is in his way if you guys want to go through with step 2, which, as you said, is Sam Holloway retaining the title here tonight.
Absolutely. The plan will be followed to absolute completion. It's immaculate. Trust me.
I wouldn't be doing my job as a broadcast journalist. I do have to ask, what exactly is step 3, champion?
All will be revealed when it's necessary.
Okay, noted. Johnny here, still part of this match, not quite going over the top rope. Rear waist lock applied. Taking control, sent into the ropes, ducks, double dose, connects! That's Johnny's finishing maneuver. To Townsend, KAIDEN to the outside as well, turning his attention to the champ. Johnny is a house of fire. Mr. Electricity. 1.21 gigawatts flowing through his veins. Turning his attention now to Bryce. Johnny's going in. Too much momentum. And Johnny just eliminated himself.
That's embarrassing.
Johnny DeLuca has been eliminated.
And Bryce, being the wholesome man that he is, his dad taught him good manners, trying to comfort DeLuca here. Now as this is going on, we still have the Outer Limits title on the line. I believe we're down to our final 4 at this point. KAIDEN goes up.
Oh, that was sweet.
Well, he's got chemistry class tomorrow, but he's going to be walking funny.
KAIDEN has been eliminated.
4 left. Jimmy Townsend's on the outside.
Playing possum on the outside. Great strategy. But eventually, you got to get in there. And when 2 of the people left are tipping the scales at nearly 300 pounds, you got to make a plan to get rid of them. Poke in the eye, a couple of cross chops here. Bryce turning his attention to Townsend. And that's just smart. That might be one of the highest IQs in wrestling. Picture perfect German suplex. To the outside!
Yeah, go back to Australia with that.
But now is when the real battle starts. Nearly a foot taller than him. This is with that chop. Oh,
There's
Bryce.
absolutely no way he can pick him up.
Well, he's a big, strong boy, but not enough to get Holloway up. Springboard into the Bulldog.
Come on, Hardway. Come on, Hardway.
Oh, and he's got him. A man who outweighs him.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Pounds. And I know you can't see it right now, but Thomas looking like he just saw a ghost. Townsend.
That was awesome. What a great play by Jimmy Townsend. That's forward thinking right there. That's forward thinking.
Well, I mean, no longer an active participant, but if you end up over the top rope, it counts. Now we're down to
Sam,
our
look
final
out, Sam.
2.
Sam, look out.
Xavier Walker going in, ripcord into the swinging neck breaker.
Oh
This
God.
could
Oh
be
my
it.
God.
New champion, no. Walker starting to show that frustration.
I'm having palpitations.
I got some anxiety medication for me. Walker getting ready for that choke slam. Sam in a very bad position right now. Oh! Right in the little walkers. Takes him up. 500 pounds of force into that choke slam. And Holloway retains. Well, Channing, I want. Okay,
Step 2 is complete, baby. We're on to step 3.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. Not even a goodbye. What a wholesome human being. Sam Holloway, still your reigning, defending Outer Limits champion. And like a proud father, Channing Thomas looks to the future. Well, a big showing here for Holloway, the hardest championship to keep here in Alpha-1 Wrestling. Step 2 has been complete. The question is, what is step 3? You gotta stay tuned to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Our next match coming up, we got Isla going one-on-one with Lady Luck. Let's hear what Isla had to say earlier today.
Count your blessings. The unholy dream Isla has arrived at Alpha-1 to face Laynie Luck. Now, me and Laynie have known each other about 8 years, and in that time, we have accomplished so much. We've traveled the world, we've won titles, we have had careers to be proud of, and Laynie has gotten so great. But the thing is, I just got that little bit better than her. And tonight, I'm going to show just that.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
What happened to Big Grip?
From Scotland,
our most anticipated debuts for our show here tonight. Isla Dawn, the former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, with a big-time opportunity going up against a mainstay here in Laynie. It has been 8 years since these two have met in the ring. They've each learned a lot. They've each grown as competitors. Well, Isla looks focused, staring directly at that entranceway, and here comes the double champ.
She is WWE IT Champion, Laynie.
And of course, the Glory Pro Women's Champion as well, Laynie Luck, gets set for a big-time match here in Isla as a former WWE Women's Champion. If she can get a win here over the WWE ID Champion, that's going to put her right back in the view of the big company there.
Let's go, Laynie!
Both these women looking focused, looking ready to go. Isla sort of rolling her eyes early on here. Lockup started up. Isla pushing Laynie into the corner. Still very much a feeling out process. Like we already see, Isla's not taking Laynie too seriously here.
Let's go, Laynie!
And Greco-Roman top knuckle lock here. Laynie in control. Great technical wrestling here. Arm wringer applied. Isla trying to get out of this. Bit of a modified snapmare there. Goes in. Rear waist lock. Into the side headlock. That's great chain wrestling from these two women here. Trying to get a handful of hair, but just out of the view of the referee. Laynie's in a lot of trouble here. She's got to do something with that British wrestling style of Isla. Back on top now is Laynie, the champ. Head scissor here. That's going to cut off the airflow. It's going to make it harder for Laynie to think clearly to get back in this match. That separation, and now on top is Laynie. Isla trying to fight from underneath here. Ooh. And that knee right in the elbow joint. Focusing in on that arm. Great strategy from Isla. Just doing a little bit of mocking, using the ring to her advantage. Laynie's always got an answer here. Into the crucifix. Kick out from Isla. Both these women have had an answer for each other's offense thus far. I think we're about to enter another gear here. Ooh. Beautiful misdirection from Laynie into the ropes. Slingshot's over, momentum is on her side. Isla reeling, favoring that arm. This is with the boot. Goes through a beautiful European style uppercut. Drop toe hold, Laynie's feeling good. Hooking that leg, kick out. And that's exactly what Laynie's got to do if she wants to go home with the win here. Keep the pressure on Isla. Cross chop, pivot chase, taking out the leg. Laynie seems to have Dawn right where she wants her. Elbow right between the shoulder blades. Still, it's going to take more than that to take out a world-class competitor like Isla Dawn. The referee trying to get control of these women, just so aggressive with one another. Definitely no love lost here. Up on the shoulders. Slides behind. Ooh. Driving that elbow right into the larynx. Laynie trying to roll towards the ropes, but right in the perfect position for Isla. The referee trying to get control here. But Isla seemingly not following the referee's directions at this point. These fans trying to rally behind Laynie at this point. Well, her name's not Shakira, but Isla's hips definitely don't lie with a shot like that. Pulling her out of the corner, hooking the leg, but not enough. Laynie's got to do something. She's got to do something quick. We know she's got a lot of eyes on her these days. And Isla would love nothing more than to stop Laynie's momentum right here tonight. Take all the opportunities Laynie has earned for herself. Lateral press here from Dawn. Isla going for a fisherman suplex here, executed perfectly. But Laynie just will not die here tonight. Right, ladies and gentlemen, no championship is on the line. This match is only for bragging rights and the winner's share of the purse. But anytime you can defeat a champion, that's going to do a lot in the eyes of management. Looking that arm, trying to take Laynie back up, slides behind. This could be the moment luck has been looking for. A big boot flying through the air and now shot to the face as well. Isla reverses. Full spinning back kick off the ropes. And another. Luck may be her last name, but she doesn't need any of that at this point. Gator roll, taking her up. Ooh, almost a Northern Lights driver, hooking the leg. A lesser competitor would have been put down, but Dawn is the next level. Both women reeling from the punishment they have endured and dished out throughout this match. We could be at a point where the next big move is all it takes. He's first into that turnbuckle. What is Isla thinking? Baseball slide. And now out here at ringside, a hush falling over the crowd as they showing some concern for Laynie at this point.
Come on, Laynie!
Anytime you're taking a boot right to the crown, could result in a very serious injury. Lateral press from Dawn, but a kick out. Dawn's trying to keep all the pressure on, making sure momentum doesn't go back in the favor of the double champion. She's got that clutch locked in deep, but now turning her attention to the legs as well. And the bow and arrow, not fully, but she's got enough, and there it is. Laynie rolls over. These two women putting on an absolute clinic here tonight when it comes to technical and submission-based wrestling. In the corner of that boot, right into the larynx of Laynie. And now the torso right across that bottom rope as well, and that's the tightest rope in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Hooking the leg here, is it enough? No. Laynie having a hard time regrouping at this point. A Cobra clutch locked in. Maneuver made famous by names like Sergeant Slaughter. One of the most dangerous chokeholds in the history of professional wrestling. But Laynie digging down deep, gasping for air, fighting with everything she has left. In to that ripcord clothesline. Isla's been keeping Laynie down, always having an answer for any sort of offense she has. Grabbing a hold of that boot. This could be a bad position for Laynie. Lands on her feet, roundhouse kick. Chuck Norris himself would be proud of that one. The siren scream of Laynie fueling this string of offense. Into the corner, up and over. German suplex deadlift. Isla thinks she's in Munich right now and hits the Shining Wizard. Lateral press, Isla just getting those shoulders up. If the ref hadn't trimmed their nails earlier, this would have been a 3 count. Roll up once again from Dawn. Both these women almost endless gas tanks here tonight, just when you think they've dished it all out. Hold on that top rope for dear life. Isla doing anything she can. Saito style suplex. Right on the back of her neck, but Laynie refusing to stay down, refusing to lose in a place she has started to call her home, Alpha-1 Wrestling. You can see it in the eyes of Dawn. She feels this is going to be the finishing blow. But so does Laynie. Back up to her feet. Climbing up to the bluffs. This is a bad position for both women here. Dawn trying to fight out here, getting the better of that exchange. And Dawn losing her balance there, falling to the apron. Oh no, oh no. Laynie smashes right in between the boot and the apron. Catches that boot, lands on her feet, great athleticism into the super kick. Landed square on the jaw into the ring. Laynie's feeling like this is gonna be it. Death Valley Driver, and that is 3. Well, a hard-fought battle for both women, but Laynie showing why she is the WWE ID Women's Champion with a big-time victory over Isla Dawn. Showing once again why Alpha-1 is the home of Lady Luck. And great showing from both women. And just remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are sold out. We had to turn people away at the door. If you want to be here live, you've got to get your tickets early in order to be here for moments just like this.
Huge victory against Isla Dawn just now. You are the WWE ID champion. Tell everybody here how you're feeling.
You guys.
me out here just to show off. Every time I come out with this title on my shoulder, I'm here to prove why I was chosen. I want to make history. Every time this comes out with me, I know there's another name that's going to be added to my list. And there's one name that hasn't made it to this list. She's got the contract. She's dead ID, but she's never held this title. I want to make history and defend this title for the first time ever against a fellow ID talent. I want Zoe Sabre! I want you to make your way down to Hansen so I can show you exactly why Laynie Luck is the WWE ID Women's Champion!
Well, Laynie laying down the gauntlet there. Showing why she's a fighting champion and why she's proud to be the WWE ID Women's Champion. Well, you heard it here first, calling out Zoe Sabre. For any updates on this matchup, you're going to have to stay tuned to Alpha-1 on social media. And ladies and gentlemen, as we keep things moving forward, we got a big match coming up. Let's take it down to Jamie Franchuk, ringside.
The following contest is a three-way dance. Introducing first.
Okay. Well, anytime you see this guy come through the curtain, I gotta feel bad for his opponents. Bench press well over 650 pounds. A PR of 975 when it comes to squats. Jessie V is an absolute freak. From a man who's all about size and strength to a man who's all about speed and precision. Definitely a clash of styles here. Should be interesting to see what happens. TJ Crawford already getting in the face of Jessie.
Get him back, ref.
Everybody here, attention, excuse me. TJ Crawford is not the Evolved Champion. I was just informed. That's not all. Words come in from management. Alex Reynolds has negotiated his way into the main event tonight. He will not be in this match. Though, this is a three-way dance. And this three-way dance will be for the WWE Evolved Championship. Introducing their opponent.
We're about to have a WWE Championship defended right here in Alpha-1 Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Considering what title it is, I think we know who's coming out. Jackson Drake is in the building. Well, this Championship, the WWE Evolve title being defended in Canada for the very first time. And when I look at Jackson Drake, I see someone that looks like a champion, but I'm sure he didn't expect to be across from the 300-pound, 6'4" behemoth that is Jessie V. And then you throw TJ Crawford into the equation. Oh, disrespect to Ken Kensington there. This is going to be one heck of a test for Drake here tonight, but I'm sure we'll find out why he is in the WWE Evolve program. And you see Jessie locking eyes on that title. He would love nothing more. A man who looks ready to go for a WWE contract at a moment's notice. Crawford, the most trusted man in wrestling. He's been trying to make friends throughout this company, but for whatever reason, no one seems to trust Crawford. Oh, Jackson already taking exception with our fans here at ringside. Oh! Well, you know what they say, you go right for the biggest dog in the fight. Jessie's not afraid of a 2-on-1 situation, that's for sure. Ducking the lines and taking them both out, one shoulder each. This is what happens when you cross British Bulldog with AJ Styles. This match keeps going this way. I think the WWE might have a new Evolve champion in Jessie V. These two men trying to work together here to get out the behemoth. Taking him up. What can we see here? DDT! Oh, a choke slam on to Crawford. Now, ooh, face first into that center turnbuckle. Here comes the athleticism. But now V getting tied up in a tree of woe. Jessie doesn't have few weaknesses, but getting caught in the tree of woe might be one of them. And now the two quickest men in this matchup, putting on an absolute clinic at this point. Great strike from the Silver Sniper. Turning his attention to Jessie on the outside. Drake to the outside, taking out V. Now Crawford, he's feeling ready to go. Chop right to the chest of the WWE Evolve champion, sent back into the ring by Crawford. Oh, he was trying to say he wasn't ready for that. We're live, pal. Things do happen here. Springboard into that drop kick. Jackson just so smart, using Crawford's own momentum against him. That's what you want to do. Keep the pressure on Crawford and keep Jessie on the outside. If you, oh, just raking at the back and taking a little taste. Jessie busy, keep him on the outside. He can't get involved if he's at ringside. Crawford, face first into that mat, goes the champ. Ooh, slingshot stomp, hooking the leg, new champion possibly here. Crawford trying to keep the pressure on the champion here as Jessie bides his time at ringside. Each of those chops more precise and painful than the last. Well, if there's one thing we know about Hamilton, we know they can count up to 10. But Jessie coming out of nowhere. Popping Crawford over like it's nothing. And just in to that top turnbuckle. Jessie goes in, big clothesline. Another. It's like a reverse game of Pong. Now Jackson making his presence felt. Crawford out of the corner himself. Slingshot to the inside, double stunners. Hook in the leg of the champion, kick out. Trying to go for a cover on Jessie, not enough. Crawford has done everything he needs to do here, keeping the pressure on both the champion and his fellow challenger. Crawford is truly hoping this is his night to become the Evolved champion. Shot after shot. The Silver Sniper firmly in control right now, but for how long? Ducks through, but with one arm, Jessie V lifts up the challenger. Now both men in the center of the ring. Dueling strikes here, each knocking out the other. Jessie coming in, double drop kick, getting up 10 feet in the air. And Ken Kensington checking on all our participants here, making sure this match will continue. This is a three-way dance, ladies and gentlemen. Title on the line. Jessie V the first to his feet. Senton in the corner. Now it's Crawford's turn as well. Oh, and he definitely felt that one. Jackson gets the boot up just in time. That 10-foot vertical leap of Jessie. Takes Crawford up. Oh. 2 for the price of 1. Jessie looks like he hasn't even broken a sweat here to win the title, broken up by Crawford. Well, now just at the mercy of Jessie V at this point, but Crawford absolutely defiant as ever. Up on the shoulders. Jackson trying to save himself this matchup. Jessie to the outside. Uh-oh. Hey, here comes Drake Tope! Suicida, but no. Jessie! Well, this might be Jessie's match to lose at this point after displays like that. Jessie going up top, TJ trying to stop it. Anytime you see a man go up that high, you know it's going to meet the end. Just ask anyone who's wrestled Vader. Oh! Pool was empty. Nobody home. Roundhouse kick from the Silver Sniper. Crawford trying to direct traffic here. And the flatliner connects. Great combination of strikes here. Almost like his feet are so well educated, they have a degree from Harvard. Goes up, 2 for 1. And Drake with that devastating strike. Is this enough for the win to retain? Yes, it is! First WWE Evolved Championship defense in Canada is in the books, and Jackson Drake showing why all eyes are on him. Will we see him back? Let us know on social media. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our next match, we've got a word from one of the challengers in our main event. Let's hear what Ricky Shane Page has to say.
They say you can always come home. I'm ingrained in the DNA of Alpha-1 Wrestling. This place is here because of me. I get the call when someone's injured and they need a replacement because they know the foundation is coming back. BMD. You're just an annoyance in my way. Back to what's rightfully mine. I will be the alpha male champion again.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it's for the Zero Gravity Championship. Introducing first.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had some technical difficulties a moment ago, but we are ready to go. Big thank you to our production team here at Alpha-1. And ladies and gentlemen, this might be one of the most anticipated matches of this evening. The future of wrestling very much on display. Alec, Bryce, and Bryce Hansen, someone who has been making waves all over Ontario. Two athletes with very different styles in the sport of professional wrestling. Bryce hot off the heels of a tour of Japan. And of course, Alec Bryce recently getting some clout from multiple world champions around the world.
Come on, I can't hear you, Hamilton. Let's go, Alpha-1.
I'm going to try my best to stay with this match, but considering how fast-paced these two competitors are, that could be a little bit tough, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never seen Alec Bryce, if you've never seen Bryce Hansen, you're in for one hell of a treat. Lockup start things off, Bryce taking control of the arm. Taking that leg down, but right back up goes Bryce. Bryce trying to stop that from happening. Bryce is going to want to use his size, he's going to want to use that strength advantage to stop Bryce from using any of that athleticism, that high momentum offense. Come on, Bryce! And Bryce wants to do the exact opposite. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Zero Gravity Championship is on the line here. Bryce takes his position here as a champion in Alpha-1 very seriously. He loves representing this company everywhere he goes. Hansen though, refusing to loosen that grip. Doing anything he can to loosen it up. Bryce, there it is. Using the ropes for some extra leverage. And again, taken down Hansen with a beautiful modified arm drag. And these two men are still in the feeling out process, even seemingly getting a standing ovation at this point. Side headlock applied, sent off into the ropes by Hansen. Side headlock once again. Ooh! And Bryce coming in like a bat out of hell. Ooh. Gets caught face first into the mat. Big roll up by Hansen and a kick out. There are very few athletes in Ontario, maybe in Canada, with the explosivity of Bryce Hansen, the young lion. A shot like that, few more of those, it's going to be a long night for Bryce. Out of the corner, Hansen goes in, up and over goes Bryce with one arm, shifting that momentum. Picture perfect head scissors. This is what makes Bryce so dangerous. Right off the center rope with that high cross body. Hansen didn't even see it coming. When Bryce gets going, he's like a human mosh pit with the way he moves around that ring. Hansen reeling at this point. It's not often we see him in this type of state. Holding onto that top rope for leverage. Bryce always ready to go. Off the ropes. Ooh! Knee, meet, face! But not enough to keep Hansen down. And you can see if you look in the eyes of Hansen, he might be a little loopy. After a shot like that, Bryce looking to take advantage and continue his reign. And those turnbuckle pads, ladies and gentlemen, I must remind you, it's a very thin layer of padding over steel. Definitely not a good thing to have happen. Big time knee right to the temple. And there's just something about Bryce. These people can never get enough of him since his debut at Alpha-1. Bam! And the young lion might be the young cub after shots like that. Middle rope for... Misses with that. Ducks that shot and another. Goes up. Discus. Fist there. Ooh! A lariat like that, that's going to rearrange the internal organs of the champion. Our referee Gina Monty checking on both competitors, making sure this will continue. Zero gravity title on the line. Bryce Hansen would love nothing more than to add himself to that long lineage. It also features names like our current alpha male champion, Kody Lane, who we'll see in action in our main event. Hansen now. Up top goes Realm. Oh, gets caught once again. Is this the moment? Oh, but the dead weight of Bryce. Oh, but into the Death Valley driver. Hansen hooking the leg to become zero gravity champion. Bryce has still got a lot left in that tank. Bryce fans firmly behind Hansen, going for that sliding clothesline, but into the crucifix. The champion was ready. Deadlifts him up! Liger bomb, center of the ring! Not enough for the title to change hands. Absolutely devastating forearm from Hansen. Hansen is trying to figure out what he needs to do. He's thrown everything he has at Bryce here tonight. But when it comes to a championship, you got to do everything you can and more to stay on top. It's really a great performance for both men here tonight at Alpha-1 Laws of the Jungle. How appropriate it would be for the young lion to become Zero Gravity champion on this event. Hansen calling for the end here. Oh, but he rolls him up. Bryce, kick out. Goes in right into an elbow. Again, nobody home there. Hansen ends up on the outside. There he goes. And Bryce is about to fly. Bryce is smelling blood in the water. He's thinking this is it, but Hansen right back up with that back fist. Big Insiguri in the corner. What is Hansen thinking here? Going for the end at this point. Could be thinking sky-high power slam. It could be. Oh! Going for the Emerald Flosion, but Bryce, I think he might have landed rough on his ankle, but he's got enough. Oh! 3/4 of the way across the ring to retain.
Here's your winner, and still Zero Gravity champion.
Now that is a match that absolutely lived up to the hype. Bryce Hansen almost going home with the gold, but at the end of the day, Bryce was just a little bit too much. And ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you so much for joining us here for Laws of the Jungle. We are Alpha-1 Wrestling, and a big thank you to our sponsors, Mott Hill Golf and Country Club. You gotta do some golfing. That's where you gotta go. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in just a little bit with the second half of our show, but at this point, we will be taking a brief intermission. So if you haven't already, go get yourself a snack, go get yourself a drink, and we'll be right back here in 15 minutes.
Canada's top tag team has returned to Alpha-1 to defend these Alpha-1 tag team championships and run the tag division. And when I say that, I don't mean it as an insult. I just look around and there aren't the established tag teams like Swipe Right. I mean, Shane Sabre, Mike Forte, great dudes, great competitors, but they don't have the chemistry that the boys have.
No, not at all, Smokes. And if you really think about it, okay, look at that back the past couple of months, okay? The first time we were here, we won the Alpha-1 tag team titles, but it wasn't a 2-on-2. No. There was like 3, 4, I don't know how many other teams are. It was a lot for my head to count, okay? And then our first defense, again, like 3, 4 tag teams, okay? More tag teams than can fit on those 4 ring posts. I don't know how that even happened. But finally, the boys got the request we were asking for. A simple 2-on-2. A normal tag match the way it's supposed to be done. So if we can win belts and defend our belts against multiple teams, I'm going to ask you, what do you think's going to happen?
What do you think?
What do you think? We're walking out with a W. Hondos.
All right, man, this is a big night for us. You've been doing great. Huge. Just stay calm out there and do what I say. You've been listening to me great. We've been moving forward, and tonight we're going to make history, all right? We're going to get you your first title in A1.
No, dude, I appreciate that. And listen, thank you. I understand you've been through hell last year. Yeah. You were crawling to try and get back to the top. This is your time.
This is it. Back on track.
And I know you were hesitant at first, but look at us. #1 contenders. Swipe right. This is huge.
This is it.
Man, heart's racing, man. I don't know how much more I can take. I'm going to go start getting ready. Game plan time. We got this. Let's do this. First championship.
Calm. Please just stay calm.
The following contest is for the Alpha-1 Tag Team Championship. Introducing first.
Come the A1 Tag Team Champions. Thank you for joining us. This is Alpha-1 Laws of the Jungle. We hope you had some time to get a snack and or some pork rinds, but it's getting ready for the tag team titles on the line. Swipe right, these two WWE ID prospects coming into their second championship defense against a team that is possibly running on all cylinders, but not as well versed in working as a team as Swipe Right. Well, this is a dream team if I've ever seen one. Two very well accomplished tag team and singles wrestlers here in A1. Mike Forte, multiple-time tag team champion alongside Tyler Arrow, and of course, everyone in A1 knows Sabre's history as part of Space Pirates. But can they use their past experience to become tag team champions here tonight? And Ricky Smokes and Brad Baylor, they consider themselves the best looking men in Hamilton. Anywhere they go, they feel they are the city's most eligible bachelors. Thank God Nona Forte is not here tonight. And of course, our referee in this matchup, Ken Kensington. Got starting things off here, Sabre and Baylor here. And Sabre's been going through a little bit of a metamorphosis recently, losing time after time. He was ready to quit the business, but Forte said, nah, Sabre, you're a regular here. We need you in Alpha-1. Forte almost the voice of reason in this makeshift team. Well, you're gonna be, that's for sure. If there's one thing I've learned by watching Sabre, is he may not dress like a pirate anymore, but he's got the rage. Sabre's gonna make these guys walk the plank in a minute if they're not careful. Tag made, and here comes Smokes. Mike Forte, known as Baby Boy, ready to go here for the A1 Tag Team titles. Forte's gonna have a slight strength advantage here, but Smokes has never met a corner. He didn't want to cut. Into the ropes, knocks down Forte. Off the ropes, up and over, but Forte gets caught. Slides behind, creates that separation, goes in, up and over is Forte. Keeping the momentum going, ducking the line, up he goes, tilt-a-whirl, head scissors. And that might be the most beautiful drop kick in Ontario, hooking the leg and a kick out from one half of the tag team champions. Smart from Forte, trying to keep the pressure on, but Smokes found a way out. Trying to take that arm for himself, tag made to Baylor. Forte fighting from underneath, but Baylor, right when Forte did not see it coming. Sabre tried to give some encouragement from the apron there. Holding on to that top rope, breaking the separation, rolls through schoolboy pin. Now a small package. Mike Forte, great technical wrestling, a graduate of the Lance Storm Wrestling Academy. Up he goes, front drop kick, sending Baylor into the friendly corner. Here comes Smokes. He wants a piece of Forte. I gotta say, working very well together are Forte and Sabre. Irish whipped into the corner, goes in, big clothesline for Smokes, face first onto the knee, and a DDT to follow that up, great combination. Sabre definitely feeling like he has found a renewed life here in Alpha-1 since teaming with Forte. Tag made to Baylor. That's one of the things that makes Swipe Right such a dangerous team. They almost have a hive mind mentality. Now cutting the ring in half. Sabre is as far as he can be from the friendly corner. Forte's going to have to do something, or Sabre I should say rather, if he wants to get his team back in this go home as a multiple-time A1 Tag Team Champion. Oh, and Baylor driving that knee right behind the back of the referee. And no one wants to see that, Baylor. No one wants to see that. And tag made. Baylor coming in, shoulder block right into the mid-zone. And Sabre is going to need a one-way trip to the dentist after a boot like that. Now Baylor trying to get in the head of Forte. Cooler heads prevailing at this point. And the way Baylor is placing himself between Forte and Sabre, just creating that mental block for Sabre to overcome. And now this is it! Tag made! Nona Forte's baby boy is feeling spicy! Smokes is down and reeling. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Now once again, a quick check of the mathematic skills of Hamilton. Baylor not letting us find out how high they can count. Right into the center of the ring. Kick out from the challengers. And Swipe Right, this is their first defense in a 2-on-2 tag team match, winning the titles in a 3-way tag and successful in a 4-way at our last event. They consider themselves fighting champions. They think they can take down any team that Alpha-1 can throw at them. Shot to Sabre, sending him to ringside, and now Forte is all alone, 2-on-1 situation. Swipe Right, making it a very long night for Sabre. That might have been the cockiest pin I think I've ever seen, very reminiscent. Now Forte goes up, right back down. The laws of gravity very much in play here. And there it is, there's that angry pirate rage of Sabre. Trying to shout words of encouragement towards Forte. But now both, each member of the team creating a distraction inadvertently. And the edge of the boot going right into the throat of Forte as well. Putting more and more pressure. Now just focusing in on each of the limbs as well, trying to take Forte's speed out of the equation. Stomping on those ankles, elbows right between the shoulder blades as well. Oh, a little bit of a merry-go-round, but Forte gets the elbow up. Boot as well. Over he goes. Assisted tornado DDT, and this is Forte's moment. Sabre is ready to go, inch by inch, crawling towards the friendly corner. And he gets there. Smokes, eats a clothesline. Another. Baylor wants a piece, not anymore. Smokes the legal man here. Modified jawbreaker, step up enziguri from Sabre. Up he goes and right back down. Sabre, a one-man Jolly Roger here tonight. Shoulder block. We've seen this before, the slingshot cutter. Wonder where he learned that move. Oh, and it's time. Are they about to put the finishing touches on the champions? The assisted sliced bread, that was the whole damn loaf right there, but not enough for the gold. Quick tags made. Another double team maneuver coming up here. This time Sabre directing traffic, but Baylor saving the gold for his team. Superman punch. Into that drop kick. Sabre on the outside. Forte gets taken up, twisting brainbuster. Smokes for the cover to retain. Now Baylor coming in as well, turning his attention to Sabre. Swipe right, could be moments away from successfully defending this title for the second time. Up goes Forte, assisted, spine buster. Down he goes, but a kick out. Forte just kicked out. Forte is just another breed. And Baylor trying to wonder what he can do to keep the challengers down. Two-on-one situation now. Sabre trying to get back up vertical, but not quite able to get there. Smokes going up top. And looking to put the finishing touches. Sabre though, great ring awareness. Baylor sent to the outside, Smokes back in the ring. Sabre directing traffic, up he goes. Spinning tornado DDT. Oh, and Baylor pulling Kensington right out just in time. That should have been 3. I don't make the rules here, but the ref got pulled right out. Forte taking exception. And Baylor being sent back and forth like it's a game of table tennis. Smokes making the save. Shoulder first goes Sabre into that Steal. Up and down. Feeling like they might have just eliminated Forte from the equation, but will he stay down for the 3? Well, Smoke's giving Forte time to recover at this point. Back up.
You want to kiss?
Sabre just lifeless at ringside here. Forte like a sacrificial lamb placed up on that top turnbuckle. Could be thinking superplex here, but wait! Sabre, just in time powerbomb! Turns his attention to Baylor. Oh, but Baylor inadvertently kicking Forte, and Swipe Right might have just beat themselves! Historical moment here, Sabre and Forte climbing the tag team mountaintop. The egos of Swipe Right showing to be their true undoing. Well, Baylor's saying he doesn't care, he's on TV. We don't know if we'll see them back again, but who we will see back are our brand new tag team champ. There's Nona! Nona celebrating with her favorite tag team here in Alpha-1 Wrestling. What a moment for the Forte clan. But at this point, we're going to take a moment backstage. We're going to hear from one of the challengers in our main event. Let's take it to BMD.
All right, buds, it's time. Laws of the Jungle, the first show of 2026 for Alpha-1. And you know what? No matter how many times my match has changed, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, the goal stays the exact same, bud. I'm walking out with the Alpha Male Championship. And you know what? Warhorse gets hurt, so what does management do? They want to bring my old pal Ricky Shane Page into the match. Let's go, RSP. Last time we were in there, bud, I was having you tap out like a little baby, bud. And guess what? We're going to do the same thing today, pal. BMD's going to be the Alpha Male Champion again and take Alpha-1 to new heights in 2026, bud. Let's go.
2025 was a rough year for me, okay? Alpha-1, I had loss after loss after loss, and I'm frustrated, okay? 2026 is the year of the Golden Gun. I will beat Tyler Breeze on his Alpha-1 debut tonight, and you best believe I am getting that Zero Gravity Championship around my waist.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, the party never stops and the city never sleeps here at Alpha-1 Wrestling.
Introducing first, from Australia, Jamaica, weighing 204 pounds,
Our guest of honor here this evening, with a passing resemblance to a very famous banker, Mr. McElroy. Tyler Breeze is here ready for a big-time one-on-one match against a former alpha male champion in the Golden Gun, Mark Wheeler. They say anytime you get a chance to make a first impression, you gotta make it count. Can Breeze make this his night and put himself in title contention for his next appearance here in Alpha-1?
Introducing next his opponent.
Tell by the smile on his face, but the fact is things have not been going Wheeler's way for quite some time. When Alpha-1 made his return just over a year ago, he came in as the Alpha Male Champion, lost that title, became Tag Team Champion, lost those, and ever since has not been able to find a win to save his life. But here tonight, one-on-one with a former WWE Tag Team Champion, that's gonna put your name in lights if nothing else does. Well, they're both pretty nice vests. Say what you will about Wheeler, he is a very stylish individual. But when it comes to style, no one can step to Tyler Breeze. Giving me some tips earlier, told me I should bedazzle my blazer. I don't know if I'm going to take that advice. I'm not really a bedazzle type of guy. Wheeler's ready to go, lock up center of the ring. Wheeler's going to have a bit of a strength advantage in this matchup. So Breeze is going to want to use his speed and his agility to keep Wheeler off his game, but Wheeler very quick in his own right as well. Wheeler taking exception with the referee, Gina Monty. Personally, I think she's doing a great job here tonight, laying down the lock collar right down the center. Wheeler will blame anyone but himself if he can't come up with the win here tonight. Lock up once again. These two men fighting for control right now. Very much feeling each other out. Back into the ropes. The referee forcing the break. Oh, trying to go for that supermodel kick early on, and Wheeler knows that that kick means the end. Even just faking him out there on the outside, that's all it takes. Talking to Wheeler earlier today, he told me he has plans to go for the zero gravity title, the one prize he has not held here in Alpha-1. One of the longest reigning alpha male champions in history at over 1,000 days. As well as a former tag team champion. He's going for that triple crown, but he's definitely not making any fans with his methodology of doing such. And here comes Breeze! Breeze giving chase. And finally back to the inside, faked him out there. Elbow meet mat. And now we're about to get cooking. Lateral press kick out from Wheeler. I understand both of these men in this match have their faces insured for $100,000. And that's your moneymaker. You got to do what you can to keep it in good, tip-top shape. Ooh! Pulled face first into that rounded steel post. Wheeler might need to use that insurance policy when all is said and done here tonight. Second rope for Breeze. What is he thinking at this point? This is with that. Wheeler was a little too quick. Irishman reversed by Wheeler. Up he goes, gets caught, turns things around, face first into the corner of the mat. Pulled out of the corner, hook in the leg, kick out. Breeze has got to do something quick if he wants to get back in this match. Fighting from underneath is very dangerous when you're in there with the 220-pound Mark Wheeler. Gentlemen, after this we do have our main event. The Alpha Male title will be on the line. But Wheeler just mocking his opponent here tonight. He feels Alpha-1 is his house that he built, brick by brick. At this point, reaching up at those little cartoon birds right now. Sending the ropes, big back elbow. But as Wheeler takes time to play to the crowd, you're just giving Breeze more time to recover. More time to make a game plan, and that has always been Wheeler's weakness. He needs to pose, he needs to taunt the fans. Oh! It's cold and flu season! Of course he doesn't care about just being hygienic. And there it is, the supermodel kick! Is it enough? Kick out from Wheeler. Fighting on their knees here, Wheeler. Both men up vertical now. Closed fist right to the skull. Referee allowing it. Prince Pretty trying to ruin the face. Wheeler here, rolling him up. Wheeler now on top. Both men trading pin attempts back and forth. Oh! Shot like that turns a horse into a giraffe. Wheeler's definitely going to be loopy there, sending to the corner, reversing. Oh no! Gina, no! And poke in the eye. Gina didn't see it, takes him up. Falcon, arrow, hook in the leg, not like this. Kick out. Wheeler, these fans, and even Breeze might not know that this match isn't over right now. These fans trying to rally behind Prince Pretty, but Wheeler going for that one shot. There it is! Hits the super kick. No one does it better, but not enough to keep Prince Pretty down. Wheeler looks like a man possessed at this point. Again, spreading cold and flu all over this arena. I don't have NyQuil ready to go, Wheeler. You can see the look in his eyes, like he's gone absolutely insane. Target in his sights. Oh, don't turn around! Oh, he caught him! Face first! Face and chest absorbing all of that out of the way just in time. There it is! Only reason Wheeler's not down is because of that turnbuckle. Ends up on the apron, does Breeze. Up he goes with that enziguri. Sliding underneath. Oh, but Wheeler holding onto the rope just out of the vision of Gina. Nearly a year of not being able to get a win, but when it meant the most, through a little assist of those ropes, Wheeler back in his winning ways here at Alpha-1. And I'm sure he's not going to let us hear the end of this. And as much as I would love to give Wheeler his moment, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it backstage. We're going to hear from Bryce Hansen.
Sometimes you win some, and sometimes you lose some, and I don't have a problem with that, really. Because when the goal is to experience, in my opinion, everything is a win. And I gave Alec Price my everything tonight. And I don't have a problem with that, I really don't. But what I have a problem with is when guys like Sam Holloway enter the building. And Sam, I had no target on my back, but you've still done some mean and nasty things to me. And for that reason, I'm coming for the Outer Limits belt. I'm coming for you.
It's a new year, it's a new champ, and it's Coco's first alpha male title defense. But I'll be damned if it ain't come with a few curveballs, sugar. You got BMD, who beat Matt Cardona last November, and he's the only one that earned a title shot tonight. And then I decided to take care of Warhorse in St. Louis, courtesy of a broken leg, and they decided to replace him with that big goopy son of a bitch, Ricky Shane Page. And then they come down hollering at me today that now it's a 4-way elimination match because Alex Reynolds decides to not do his advertised match and negotiates his way into the main event. Well, congratulations, sugar. You negotiated yourself into the biggest ass whipping that you ever gonna get. Because you, BMD, and especially that piece of trash Ricky Shane Page, will never get my alpha male title.
The following contest is a 4-way elimination fight for survival. No rules, no holds barred for the Alpha Male Championship.
Well, things are about to get violent here in our main event. And here comes a former Alpha Male champion in his own right, looking to become a 2-time champion here in A1. Ricky Shane Page is known for that violent smash mouth style. He has never met a weapon he did not want to use. Is he going to get the opportunity to bust some skulls here tonight at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Hamilton, Ontario? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this event is brought to you by Mont Hill Golf and Country Club. And here comes challenger, or the champion, I should say, Kody Lane, one of the most beloved members of the A1 roster, stepping into his first defense of the Alpha Male title. Originally set to defend against BMD and Warhorse, but due to a broken leg sustained at the hands of Kody Lane himself, RSP had to step in place of the former champion. We wish Warhorse a speedy recovery. But here tonight, Kody Lane is looking to set the tone for his reign as top dog in Alpha-1. Well, everyone knows what that song means. Get those hands up and wave them back and forth. Because the Buds are in the house. Let's go, Buds! BMD looking to capture the title yet again. A lot of respect between BMD and the champion, but you throw RSP into that equation, and this becomes an extremely interesting matchup. No one represents the blue-collar working class quite like Brett, Michael, David. A true champion here in the Steel City, but can he call himself the alpha male at the end of tonight? Professional wrestling. And now we're going to take it down to Jamie Franchuk for the official introductions.
Challengers. From Sandusky, Ohio, he weighs in at 304 pounds, the Bad Rabbit, Ricky Shane Introducing next, from Hamilton, Ontario, 265 pounds, BMD.
I can barely hear Jamie over the crowd here.
From Long Island, New York, weighing 201 pounds, yours truly, Alex
Well, Alex Reynolds definitely not here to make friends.
Introducing next, from Savannah, Oklahoma, weighing 200 pounds, the Southern Flamingo, your alpha male, Kody
Oh, we've got all the ceremonial stuff out of the way, and now it's time. Main event, fight for survival. No disqualification, no count out. Last man standing will go home with the Alpha Male Championship. Alex Reynolds looking around at this crowd, looking cold. I don't know what to make of Reynolds at this point. RSP right to the outside.
Do anything. You are a piece of trash, buddy.
Well, BMD going right after his former tag team partner. Kody taking it to RSP on the outside. Reynolds focusing in on one of the former Alpha Male champions in this matchup. And Reynolds making his in-ring debut here at Alpha-1. Very few people have won the Alpha Male title in their first go-around here. Can Reynolds make history? He's absolutely vicious here tonight. Sent right in that turnbuckle. Big back body drop and the height of Alex Reynolds. Power of BMD outweighing Reynolds by nearly 50 pounds. Big clothesline to the outside. Mick Foley himself would be proud of that one. Oh, here comes Ricky Shane Page with a steel chair! Right into the spine between the C4 and C5 vertebrae. You know, if you go down to the Mont Hale Golf and Country Club, you can swing a golf club just like Ricky Shane Page swings a chair. And ladies and gentlemen, this action is starting to break down a bit. We're going to try to stay with it. But as we said, this is a fight for survival. They could end up anywhere. They could end up out on Queen Street. Face first goes BMD into that concrete wall. And as we turn over to the stage, we got RSP taking it to the champion. Into the second row goes RSP. Absolute carnage everywhere we go. But this is what it takes to be the Alpha Male champion. A title that's been held by some of the biggest names in Hamilton wrestling. Of course, I've mentioned RSP, I've mentioned Mark Wheeler, and who can forget the visionary of Alpha-1, Ethan Page, also a former Alpha Male champion. We know what that has done for his career. Face first, goes Reynolds into the steel. And Coco looking a little worse for wear here.
You go hit him. I don't like him.
RSP now, old feuds being rekindled. He says he doesn't like Coco anymore, but he definitely doesn't like BMD. These two men, former tag team champions. Face first into that steel, but a little bit of a delayed reaction, not enough to knock him down at first. And Ricky trying to get away, but BMD, he remembers everything Ricky has done to him. Reynolds here over by the bar. Ricky joining into that party over there. Now BMD joining as well. All four men in the furthest corner. And vision is getting blurred at this point, ladies and gentlemen. I heard a bunch of chairs get moved, that's for sure. Got a little bit of a mosh pit going on the other side of the arena, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you so much for joining us here for Laws of the Jungle. There's a lot of things you could be doing today, but you're here with us, and that truly means the most. Bit of a POV shot of our bartenders there. Bit of a makeshift team here between Reynolds and RSP. Now BMD in a lot of trouble here. RSP directing traffic, running start. Move like that might dislocate a rib just slightly, but it's enough to break you down for the rest of the matchup. Oh my God! Where did The Southern Flamingo falling from the heavens and taking down the whole field. RSP could be about to be eliminated early, rolling straight through to the outside. Possibly inside. Oh, and they're coming over to the commentary table. I do not like that. And here comes Kody Lane. Big boot here at ringside. The action's going on just a couple feet away. Ooh. High crossbody taking down RSP at ringside. These fans very concerned with the well-being of these competitors, but when you're in the ring, you do everything you can and more to go home with the gold. Kody sent into the corner by Reynolds. Boot goes up. Yours truly in a lot of trouble. Oh, Kody! Almost taking out one of our fans here at ringside. That's one hell of a boot in the corner. Up on the shoulders. And a gut buster to Reynolds. Hook in the arms. What? Rolling up BMD. And he's got that submission locked in. The neck and shoulder being separated. BMD fighting to stay in control, fighting to stay in this match. Referee Ken Kensington in a great position. Ladies and gentlemen, there are no rope breaks. BMD fighting out from sheer force of will. You gotta think a move like that, that's gonna weaken the arm strength of BMD. Reynolds now taking his time, a little bit too much there. What is BMD thinking? Slingshot's over. 260 pounds. Oh! RSP throwing that chair with reckless abandon. Reynolds turning his attention to the champion, but RSP's got nasty intentions right now. Open. And using that steel chair for an assist on that scoop slam. If Reynolds needs a chiropractor, I know a really good one downtown Burlington. Only one man standing here, Ricky Shane Page. Just driving the leg of that chair right into the Adam's apple of BMD. And Ken, there are no rules in this match. All the official can do is stand back, register the submission, and make the count. BMD almost lifeless after going face first into that steel chair. RSP has a history of being one of the most violent competitors in this company's history. Mounted lion salt from the champion. Oh no, that's nearly 300 pounds! And that chair being thrown with so much force. Yeah, Ricky's proud of himself. One man standing, another man reeling. Ricky goes in, big avalanche in the corner. Oh! Oh! That chair absolutely exploded ankle first into that corner. I don't know if Kody is going to be able to get back in a standing position after that maneuver. But that's just the type of champion Kody is. Fighting with everything he has left. He'd rather die on his, live on his, oh! Jackknife style power bomb. An extra diesel power on that. Ricky very much in control. Alex Reynolds over here by the announce table, choosing his, they can't hear me, Alex, they can't hear me. Very smart from yours truly, but now these three in the ring. RSP and BMD. The former Sad Buds, oh! Well, BMD's not gonna be adding to his family anytime soon. Lateral press, hook to the outside leg. BMD still alive. His fans firmly behind BMD, Brett Michael David. He may not have the physical title, but he's a champion in every other sense of the word. Ricky stalking the champion. As we see Kody go vertical for the first time in a little while. Classic! Right between the shoulder blades with the heel of his boots. Ducks the line. Up he goes. Hits the Frankensteiner! And now Reynolds has found his moment! Big time elbow right to the jaw of Kody. Clothesline to follow it up. Discus! These fans not liking any of what Reynolds is serving up in his kitchen. BMD with a double avalanche in the corner. Turning his attention to the champion. Up he goes, slides behind. Rear waist lock from Coco. BMD, back elbows. Neither one able to stay in control for long. The boot goes up, gets caught by BMD. Oh! What an exchange from these two men. Reynolds go for the cover. Kick out from BMD. Now Ricky, backslide. Reynolds kicks out just in time. Here comes Brett. And Ricky has been eliminated! The championship dreams of Ricky are done for tonight at the hands of his former best friend. You reap what you sow, Ricky. But Reynolds taking advantage, rolling up Brett. And just like that, Ricky's smile returns to his face. Mission accomplished so long as Brett doesn't get the job done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final two, Alex Reynolds and the defending champion, Kody Lane. One of these two will go home as alpha male. Kody unloading, shot after shot. Alex responds, nasty boot. Alex at this point is going to be a little bit fresher. He spent a lot of time here by the commentary booth, biding his time. Steel chair placed in the corner. This could be Kody's last time as champion. But for his first defense, he's not going down without a fight. Going for that double underhook pile driver, move that one in the King of Hearts! Into that super kick. Face first. Into the steel chair, rolls up. Alex Reynolds is the alpha male. No! Reynolds cannot believe it. He came out ready to go, not bothered, but that mentality has definitely left at this point in the matchup. Yours truly stalking Coco right now. One shot is all it could take. Going for the last dance here. And Coco saw what it did to Brett earlier in the match, refusing to fall victim to the last dance submission. And the height he gets on those sentons is always a thing of beauty. Hook in the arms, takes him up. Double underhook pile driver to retain. Kody has done it. Kody successful in his first defense, but it looks like he will not get an opportunity to celebrate. Channing, Thomas, Sam, Holloway. I can only assume this is step 3 in progress right now. We gotta get some help out here. Here comes BMD and the Zero Gravity champion, Alec Bryce. And on a night called Low! And the law of the jungle truly standing tall here tonight. Alex Reynolds inserting himself here. As if I didn't hear enough of Channing Thomas earlier tonight.
What a beautiful surprise. I wouldn't come out here if the 8-month contract wasn't dry. March 1st, Kody Lane, hey sugar, at Buck Wild. Step 5 comes to fruition.
Channing Thomas, step 3 is completed. I can only assume step 4 is to become alpha male and turn A1 upside down. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Laws of the Jungle. We thank you so much for joining us. We will see you March 1st at Buck Wild. I've been Kevin Caligari. We will see you next time. Good night and Godspeed.